Hello, flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today's Monday, July the 1st. Happy July. How is everybody this wonderful Monday?
Wonderful and Monday should not be in the same sentence.
Yeah, well, this Monday sure hasn't been frickin' wonderful.
I'm sorry your car's a little bad. I can't say that word yet. It's too early in the video.
I need to get the tire fixed. I went to go get the tire fixed. Getting the tire fixed is going to be a little challenging. Good times. Good times. How was everybody's week last week? I hope it was a wonderful week last week. We had a good week.
I did a thing.
Yeah, he did a thing. I don't know if it's obvious. I don't know if you can tell. He did a thing. But, yeah. Very uneventful week, which is good.
I get to play my video game. Watch cross-stitching.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, sorry about the live, but the only day this week we had, and the only time this week we had, where we could actually go in the pool and swim was when the time we normally do the live. And,
Yep.
well, pool one. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Actually. Hopefully we have pool time this week. Yeah. We should.
You might.
I might. Well, we shall see. So how about we shout out our commenters?
June, Sarah, Lynn, Bridget, Andrea, Teresa, help. Pixelara, and Tamara.
That's what the username was. So they didn't comment much, but they watch on their TV, so.
Yay!
Fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for commenting. We appreciate the comments.
And down below you will notice the cuteness.
And the hound has come to visit because that's what she does. So, how about whips? Can I have that what?
I'm behaving myself.
Yeah, you don't have any whips because you don't stitch it. You don't stitch.
Say it that way. Jeez, make me look bad. Love you too.
Excuse me. Well, I started the week with the Star Touched Meadow Sal for my Sal prompt for Crosswords Week. I worked on the December one. And I got 300 and something stitches. I couldn't find it and didn't write it down. I'm hoping I can get the starting picture. Just worked in this column, basically. That was that. We're getting there.
Yay!
I finally ordered the flosses I was missing for this in the November block. You know, and then realized I really need to figure out starting the other blocks because, yeah, they're really starting to stack up. So for Crossword Week, I did everything, all of the prompts on one project, and I did not write the prompts, the prompts down. Sorry. I could flip back and find them, but I'm far too lazy right now.
Well, go watch our video last week. If you didn't, you'll know what the prompts are.
I pulled out Arctic Blast by Carolyn Manning. And as we're stuffing this back in here, like I said, I did everything for the week on this. I think I used my free pass for Stitch on Your Oldest Whip. The other 4, it was this.
Nice.
Yes, so this is 1,544 stitches. I basically finished up this part of page 2. And I got started on this part of page 2, so I have about a page and a half finished. This little, and I finished up page 1, down here. With the exception of this, it goes into this part goes into page 4, and I just haven't done it yet. This all goes into page 4. So it's 3 full pages across, and then 2 and a partial page down.
Looking awesome.
It's looking wonderful. I'm pleased with it. It's nice, easy stitching because it's chunks of color. Except for stitching white on white. I complain about stitching the white on white. And then I went through, I did my ornament. For the ornament along out of a Cross Stitch Christmas. This was the 2022 book. And I don't need to dig out what page it's on because I did this ornament. Little skis. Toasty Christmas Collection is what they called it. I did the skis. I just did this on a random scrap of Ada that I had. Even though they called to do it on perforated paper, I did it on Ada. This was 1,198 stitches, and it's all done. So this was my ornament along for the month.
Would you like to laugh?
What?
Would you like to know I was waiting there?
Why?
Because you've actually had pieces that looked done but weren't. And you're like, no, it's not done yet. So I'm making sure.
No, it's all done. I saved my working copy of the chart and the flosses in here. I may do the other 3 at some point. It's all kitted up in case.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Well, it's all kitted up for me to decide if I want to. But that was literally my stitches for the week.
Was that a good thing or a bad thing? I really, really want you to get work done on Arctic Blast.
I don't know. Let's see. It was a first. It was diamonds. It was my best. And it was symmetrical. So, there you go. Everything. Boom. I really want to get some more stitches in on my Star Touch Meadow Sows. Because, well, I'm going to haul on that one. Because we got the July block. So I have November and December started, and then January to July. This is the July block. I know I haven't been showing these. I'm terrible. I just realized I hadn't printed out April, May, or June. So this is the nice thick stack of January to July. I need to get stitching on these. I need a reason to stitch on these.
I can give you one. You're not going to like it.
What?
I choose alternative stitches for the entire week, and you have to stitch on one of those.
I have contemplated doing that for this week. And working on this, or at least a couple of the prompts this week, and working on the Star Touched Meadow Sow.
If it's what you want to do it. Because it allows alternative stitches this week, right?
Yes. So that's one part of haul. Here's my other parts of haul. I got my new... Now look. I know we do mostly cross stitch, but nobody has objected to me showing any of my other crafty stuff. So I'm going to go with it until I get a bunch of objecting.
And then we're still going to do it because it's what you enjoy, so they can kiss my furry freckles.
Sure. I got the new kit from Annie's card making kit. So these are slightly more involved than Paper Pumpkin because you do have to cut the paper down. You have to cut the pretty paper down and do some work sometimes with like the first kit I got. So I didn't show you the first 2 kits I got. The first kit I got, you have to do some cutting with the card bases and folding with the card bases. I screwed one of the card bases up, but it's fine. I put it together and it's fine. don't like the ink in these. It's a little squishy. It's a little juicy ink. And I'm used to Stamp It Up ink, which isn't that juicy. So.
Insert joke here. I'll let you. If you guys want to make those jokes down below, go right on ahead. I just think I'd have all of them go through my head at once.
I know.
Because you did that on purpose.
I didn't really do it on purpose, but that's like I full on when I started the April kit. That was the month I started this. When I started the April kit, yes, because this is a July kit. I took out the April kit. I started working on it. There's a little bit more of a learning curve on it than there is Paper Pumpkin. But if you're a card crafter and if you've made cards before, it's not that hard of a learning curve. If you're a complete newbie, maybe.
Well, play Paper Pumpkin, they hold your hand.
Well,
am I right?
Yes, Paper Pumpkin very much holds your hand, and I appreciate that with Paper Pumpkin because with certain things it makes it a lot nicer. And if you're brand new and you don't have supplies, it's kind of nice. I have the supplies to cut, and you don't need a ton of supplies to do these, to cut and all of that. You really just need scissors and stuff. They don't give you like the basic adhesives. Now I see there are foam squares in this month, which were not in the previous months, so maybe they're a start providing you with adhesives. I don't know. But I will say that one thing I didn't like is I took the ink pad out, I opened up the ink pad, I centered the stamp on my block. Ooh, that's really juicy. And then when I went to stamp it, I was not happy with it when I stamped it, when I test stamped it. I was not happy with it. I am very used to my Stamp It Up products. So I just use my Stamp It Up stamp.
She likes water. She likes oil-based paint, not watercolors.
I don't know. I like my Stamp It Up stamp inks. So, and these stamps do not like being super wet on the block. Most stamps don't. But these got a little slidey when I noticed when my block was a little wet from cleaning it. And then I got some Stamp It Up bundles because last month Stamp It Up had bundles on sale. You got an extra 20% off of the bundle price, or you got an extra 10% off the bundle price, which was like 20% off of the stamp and die set. So I got the Country Birdhouse bundle, which I had never intended to buy when I first got the catalog, and then I made a card with this set, and I realized that this is absolutely the cutest. And then I got the stamp and die set from Filled with Fun, which is the wagon card that I made last week. This is the set that was used. That's my haul. This video hasn't even been 15 minutes long.
That's what happens when you have one project.
That's what happens when you work on just one project. Okay. This is a 100-200 week. So if I do decide to do alternative stitches, we could just have one project next week. I haven't even looked at what the monthly is for whatchamacallit. Daily 30.
Excuse me.
Never got that far.
Sorry.
Bless you. Guess I could go find the monthly and then we could talk about that. Well, not really talk about that, but yeah. July. That is our... Okay. So, Muppets Week is the week we got on Friday.
Okay.
For Daily 30. Muppets. So the first prompt is to stitch on your largest whip or on blue. To stitch in blue. So my largest whip would be Dressmaker's Daughter. And blue, we're going with Christmas in Blue.
Technically, if you have a SAL, could you count the entire SAL as the frickin' one project, or are they individual projects?
They're individual projects. If I was stitching them all at once, yes, all in one, they would probably be my largest whip. I'm not being huge, but it is huge.
Okay.
So, Dressmaker's Daughter or Christmas in Blue?
I really want you to do the alternative stitches on those. Because it would make you happy. So it can't be that bad.
But making progress on my other whips makes me happy too.
Dressmaker's Daughter.
Dressmaker's Daughter. Stitch on a whip you originally rejected or that you can relate to the US or the UK. Dressmaker's Daughter was something that I was like, nope, never gonna stitch that. And then I have Land of Liberty by Bent Creek, which is an Americana.
Dressmaker's Daughter. Boom, 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 boom.
Stitch on a whip with a building or that you can relate to New York City. We could probably make New York City relate to... Dressmaker's Daughter relate to New York City because it kind of looks like a dress, but it looks like those, you know, Fifth Avenue dress displays.
Did they specifically say building as in a building, or did you just say building, in which case you're building a dress?
They said building as in a building.
Dang it!
As in, like...
I thought that would be
there's
fun.
A manger on Christmas in Blue. There's several farmhouse. There's farmhouse. There's barns on Fall on the Farm. There's a cabin on the Reindeer. There's a barn and a house on Jingle All the Way. There's a house on the Sampler that will not be named. There's a castle on Belle. And there's houses on Autumn at Hakron Hollow.
Eeny, meeny, meeny, catch a bigger bite, so if it holds out a go, Jingle All the Way.
Stitch on a whip with a dog, country, or that you can relate to the 60s. Now, I could probably relate my Star Touch Meadow Sow to the country because it looks very much like a quilt, which, you know, when people think of country living, they think of people with quilts on the line.
Let me check one thing really quick because I have a thought.
I don't want to say quilting is very, like, country people hobby because that just sounds rude. And it's not. But, yeah.
Okay, that's a lot longer ago than I thought it was.
What?
I was wondering when quilting became a big thing in the U.S. Turns out it was when it started.
Oh, yeah, quilting has always been a thing because there was always quilting circles and da-da-da-da. So, Greyhound Year has a dog on it.
I was going to go
Jingle All the Way. Okay. Stitch on a whip that could have an altered ego. I'm not...
Dressmaker's Daughter doesn't that have four alter egos? Summer, winter, summer, fall.
That's actually a good one. That is actually a good one. I also do have the option of doing alternative stitches.
Also, doesn't Christmas automatically do that too because Kris Kringle is Santa Claus?
Probably. Okay. So that's plans. July's monthly is July Cancer. Because, you know, the zodiac sign for July is Cancer. So...
As a June baby, I object to that.
Reasonably, I could probably relate.
What is the name of that cell again?
It's Star Touched Meadow Cell. It's by Carolyn Manning, CM Designs. So that would get me one of the letters. I'm working on the November block, so that would get me a letter.
I thought of one that's a real stretch, but it's funny.
Hmm.
It's full of right angles. Isn't every single angle in that a right angle? Because it's all diamonds?
Lots of right angles in it, yeah. Hi, honey. I know.
Let's wrap this up so we can go take care of the
We're going to
puppy.
wrap this up. So, yeah, I could probably start Touch Meadow into a couple of those. Alright. So I guess that's plans. Announcements. We're hosting a Stitch-In Day on Saturday, November 2nd. See previous videos for details. I've seriously talked about it since we announced it.
I think we should just do a small clip and just insert it at the end of every video.
Honestly, I feel like doing a small video, like a short little video, talking about it, and then I can just at the end of the video say, we're hosting a Stitching Day. Go see the video that talks about the Stitching Day.
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
Oh, yeah, that works.
That's what we're going to do this week. It'll get done sometime this week. So, what do we want the people to do? Psycho Dog.
Nice day. Have a nice day. Please like, subscribe, subscribe, comment, bell notification, thingy bobby. All that fun YouTube stuff. It really does help. If it didn't, you wouldn't have every single YouTuber on the planet asking you to do it.
Yep. Thank you so much for watching.
Comment below if you realize what I did this week, by the way.
We hope you had an enjoyable time. We hope you were entertained.
Are you not entertained?
My apologies if you were wearing headphones watching this.
My apologies if you weren't in public.
I'm peanuts.
Okay, bye-bye.
Someone has to P-O-T-T-Y. We will see you all next week. Bye!
Bye!